Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. The Sultanate views its experiment in developing and investing endowments assets before the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. To establish information network for agricultural marketing, the Sultanate hosts a coordination meeting at the level of the Arab countries. And thanks to legalizing fisheries, lobsters production in the Sultanate increases to 416 tons this year. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. Endowments development in the Sultanate and its management in Omani heritage, in addition to viewing Omani endowments law, tasks, controls and procedures work of endowments trustee in the Sultanate's topped matters discussed by Directors General of Endowments in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. The joint meeting was held in Muscat and came within the context of contact and joint action under the umbrella of the GCC Council. The attendees listened to the March of Endowments work in the Sultanate, its types, ways of investment, development, and how to distribute it. The delegations were received by His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Muhammad Al-Salmi, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs. Board of Directors of Civil Service Pension Fund approved the project of restructuring the Department of Investment. During the meeting, the board also approved the amended organizational structure of the fund and acquainted with indices and performance of the fund, which included cash flow and stand of investments. It also looked at audited financial lists of the fund and its attachments for the previous fiscal year. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service and Deputy Chairman of the Board of Directors. In order to establish information network of agricultural marketing at the Arab nations level, the Sultanate hosted a coordination meeting for Arab countries, which is organized by the Arab Agricultural Development Organization. The meeting discussed establishing of agricultural marketing network, which contributed in serving all parties related to agricultural products, namely decision makers, farmers, traders, mediators, and consumers. The Arab states seek to establish the network in order to enhance integration among them and develop commercial and agricultural exchange. Lobster season ended last Saturday in the governorates of South Al-Sharqiyya, Dhofar and Al-Wusta. The season began in the 1st of March 2016 and lasted for 2 months. The lobster season is one of the most important seasons that is counted upon by many fishermen. It makes a good economic payoff for fishermen in those governorates. Thanks to legalizing fisheries, lobster's production in the Sultanate increased to 416 tons this year. Lobster is one of the most important economic resources that is relied upon by the Omani fishermen, who make a good and rewarding payoff per season. The fishermen catch lobster annually at the coastal wilayas in the governorates of South Al-Sharqiyya, Dhofar and Al-Wusta, overlooking the Arabian Sea, as those governorates embrace locations rich in lobster. The governorates of Dhofar and Al-Wusta are the most productive governorates. Dhofar came first with 271 tons, followed by South Al-Sharqiyya with 73 tons, and Al-Wusta came third with 62 tons. Petroleum Development Oman Company inaugurated training program to train more than 400 citizens in the field of ground handling service in order to appoint them at Oman Air. This program came in the time that the Sultanate continues its plans of enhancing infrastructure of the civil aviation sector by completion of Muscat International Airport and other regional airports in Suhar, Duqm and Ras Al Had after inauguration of Salalah Airport last year, and planning for the 6th airport in the governorate of Musandam to keep in line with the government goals in qualifying and training Omani youth to enter the labor market. The training course is targeted at people of general diploma and university diploma and will last for 12 months.
This event actually for today is to recruit a certain numbers for the first time, we can call it, that we train Omanis, job seekers for this kind of positions in the ground handling positions, and we are very, very proud to see this is happening today. And Oman Air is, of course, been ahead in this program, especially the Omanization. The implementation of the Omanization really is going very well. And we are achieving our target in a very short time with the support of a teamwork, of course, with all the management and the board members as well. But we are doing, I think, much better in this, and I'm here announcing that today, maybe, or the coming few days, we will announce there is an agreement will be signed between Oman Air and Petroleum Development PTO, I can call it, soon or later, to train our own candidates, Omani candidates, for certain positions in the ground handling and also in other positions, as soon as we are getting ourselves also prepared for the new airport opening as well.
Still to come in our news bulletin. Ali Al-Habsi is a model for the Omani successful youth after he gained best player in his club.
نتكلم عن أدب عماني يجب أن نعطيه حقه في فترة ركود.
نصيب يشابه بيوت الغنم مو صدى بيبانها للطارقين.
القصيدة في الأساس هي فكرة، بس كيفية تبسيط الفكرة للمتلقي.
وش فيك واقف تنتظر؟ من تنتظر؟ وأنا لي أكثر من عمري وأنا مقضيها مسيرة.
القصيدة الواعية هي القصيدة اللي تؤثر مباشرة في الروح. عطني دقيقة من يديك أقطف لك الدنيا، قلب يشتاق لك ويموت فيك.
الشاعر اللي ما عرف يلقط انظار يترك مجال الشعر ويتبع اموره.
غيم القصيد البرنامج المهتم بكل ما يهم الشاعر والشعر في ساحتنا الشعبية هنا في عمان.
تشرق الشمس بفقرات متنوعة، برؤية عصرية، بنكهة مختلفة، وأجواء مرحة، بروح عمانية، ليفوح شذا اليوم مع قهوة الصباح.
Welcome back. Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces SAF, received at Al-Shafaq Club today a delegation of the Capstone Program from the United States, led by retired General John F. Kelly, Senior Director of the program. The meeting exchanged conversations on a number of matters of common concern. The meeting was attended by a number of senior SAF officers and the U.S. Ambassador to the Sultanate. His Excellency Mohammed bin Nasser al-Rasbi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Defense, received in his office at Muaskar al-Murtafa'a here today a delegation of the Capstone Program from the United States, led by retired General John F. Kelly, Senior Director of the program. The meeting exchanged cordial conversations and discussed a number of matters of common concern to the two countries. Making a strategic work plan for diagnosing autistic children was the main discussion of the National Workshop for Autism Spectrum Disorder and the importance of early detection. The workshop, which was organized by the Ministry of Health, called for the importance of increasing the awareness and community education on dealing with this kind of children's syndrome and ensures positive therapeutic intervention. It also reviewed status of the autistic children in the Sultanate and the modern mechanisms used for teaching them. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority and the National Records and Archives Authority approved the classification of joint documents and privacy systems of the Telecommunications Regulatory Authority. The system will work to achieve speed and efficiency in recognizing documents, in addition to contributing in the continuity of the administrative work by making a constant and unified classification system, and the system will also simplify archiving and protecting documents to ensure the rights of the sources for the person and the group. Making the system in the authority comes in accordance of the principles and procedures in the Documents and Archiving Law and its executive regulations. The number of government establishments approved the system is 38. Achievements of the Omani football star Ali Al-Habsi at soccer fields in England made him a role model for ambitious Omani youth. Al-Habsi was recently crowned as best player at Reading Football Club. Here is a side of his success story in the following report by Musa bin Ja'far Al-Lawati.
Ali Al-Habsi, the star of the Omani national football team and the goalkeeper for Reading Club, has been performing greatly in the English football games. He is a star who gained fame and has been named the best player in many games in recent seasons in the English Premier League and earlier in the Norwegian League. Al-Habsi met with a group young Omanis who visited him at his club on the sidelines of their participation in a scientific visit organized by the National Youth Commission. So far, Ali has spent 14 years in the European clubs and has constantly emphasized that career success is not easy and that one must demonstrate hard work in order to gain the thrill of achievement. The Omani star, nicknamed The Guardian, and who has been named the Reading Best Player in the current season, expressed his feelings towards his nation, stressing the importance of being a young Omani ambassador for his homeland wherever he goes. Ali Al-Habsi is still only 35. He carried his team's captain's armband in the current season in the English Football League Championship as the first Arab player to hold such an armband. The success story of Al-Habsi is still ongoing. He is determined to achieve more. The word impossible does not exist in his vocabulary. From Reading Club in the United Kingdom, Musa bin Ja'far Al-Lawati.
Citizens in the village of Misfat Al-Abriyin in the Wilaya of Al-Hamra in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliya have started to change old houses to heritage hostels in order to attract tourists and promote the village as an attractive tourism destination. This project is considered the first of its kind in the Sultanate. The citizens equipped the heritage hostels with handicrafts and artifacts that reflect heritage of the Sultanate. The project becomes a source of income for citizens there. The tranquility, beauty of nature of the place, simplicity of life, and the warm hospitality of citizens attracted a large number of tourists who expressed their satisfaction of the hospitality. They as well expressed their delight of the Omani food and the traditional style rooms. With the aim of reviving the Sultanate's heritage, Governorate of Buraymi witnessed activities of the first festival for camel beautification. The three-day event witnessed a wide participation of camel breeders from the Sultanate and other Gulf Cooperation Council countries. The festival is considered the first of its kind in the Governorate and has managed to attract a large number of audience and enthusiasts. It included 9 rounds of camel beautification and was accompanied by traditional arts, including Al-Azi art. The citizens inherited this tradition from their forefathers. Besides the festival, painters competed to draw the best camel's picture. Now for the general weather forecast. Generally, clear skies will prevail over the coastal areas with chances of clouds and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate along the coastal areas of Sea of Oman. Winds will also be south to southeasterly light to moderate over the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be moderate along the coasts overlooking South Sharqiyya with a maximum wave height of 2 meters and slight along the rest of the Sultanate's coast with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate views its experiment in developing and investing endowments assets before the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. To establish information network for agricultural marketing, the Sultanate hosts a coordination meeting at the level of the Arab countries. And thanks to legalizing fisheries, lobsters production in the Sultanate increases to 416 tons this year. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.